kita tes cek sound. Tes kontrol. Oke, all good. Oke, terakhir gua nge-live nih game masih level berapa ya? Sekarang udah level 20. Meningkat ke gua progresnya udah banyak banget. Sekarang lagi dox mic ya. Gue mau beli ini, apa namanya, gue mau beli, kalau tahu itu buat ini, buat tanaman sihir gitu loh. Kita biasanya dua tuh kan, biasanya gue taruh ini kan, gue taruh AQ.
The young today aren't willing to put in the work to learn magic. Too busy with fizzing whizbees, if you ask me.
I wish I'd paid more attention when I was at Hogwarts.
Nothing warms a body like incendiary.
Misalnya kan udah belajar waktu sekolah.
Watch yourself though.
Lumos.
Ayo nambah duit nih.
Hello. Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just scolding some of the plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to a tray. By the way, Beatrice Green is the name, but you may address me as Madam Green. Welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need to stock so many of the little dears. Except, of course, for curses. And well, if you've been petrified, then obviously it's come to the right place. Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop dead, and I'm in no mood for a clear-up.
Someone died here.
Aye. Fortunate, really, that it was just the one. Now then, how may I help you today?
I think I'll just have a look around for now.
Very well. Let me know if you see anything you like.
What do you have for sale?
Kalau kalian mau lebih valuable, mending beli seat-seatnya ini guys. Cuman karena gue mau ini apa, langsung mau ngesain ininya kelasnya, beli aja ini.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Finish. Oh, kita cari musuh. Cerita kita. San bakar. Gimana nih? Ini Forbidden Forest ya ini ya? Ini kayaknya Forbidden Forest ini di sini nih. Ini apa nih? Terlalu tahu sih. Ini Forbidden Forest nih. Kan sudah lah, yang kita cari mana ya? Terdapat ke sini. Udah ya, cari musuh ke sekitar atas ini aja ya. Mana gua bikin poin tuh. Cerita kita.
Who lived here, I wonder?
What's this?
Bangsat. Oh, kalau yang ini
Assignment's all finished.
Mendingan ada sedikit rugi juga ya gua beli tanamannya langsung. Kenapa nggak beli ini aja? Apa? Beli, aduh ini di belakang. Beli seatnya aja kan? Bego gua. For your information ya guys ya, kalau di Hogwarts Legacy itu kalau kalian mau terbang cepat itu nggak usah tinggi-tinggi guys, terbang rendah aja. Soalnya apa, bus yang lu pakai buat apa nih, keren anjir. Bentar, santai pak. Oh, ini jalan kereta itu ya. Ini kan murid-murid Hogwarts itu kan dikawal dari jalan sini. Salah masuk kan. Gua harap kenapa gitu loh, apa Hogwarts Legacy ini nggak dimulai dari first class ya, atau grade 1 class ya. Kita kan saatnya as a 5th year student. Itu bentar. Sekalian aja kita selesaiin questnya yang ini ya. Apa? Madam Kogawa. Sekalian aja cuy. Dua. Aduh, nggak kena ini. Dua lagi ya. 4. Lima. Bisa di Quidditch ya. Bangun lagi. Oh, cepat. Nah, recharge lagi dia, apa namanya? Boost meternya itu recharge lagi ya. Jadi apa? Jadi lebih cepat kita menuju destinasinya. Gue lebih suka gini sih. Gue belum kebuka soalnya yang apa namanya, hippogriff ya. Gue ada punya tuh. Oh, ini bolanya. Quidditch juga nggak ada ya di Hogwarts guys ya. Sayang banget, kalau gue pengen mah rasain jadi Quidditch player. Gue pengen mukul orang anjing. Wih, ada layang-layang. Layang-layang cuy. Bocahnya pada main layang-layang.
Brilliant.
Let's go. Lagi apa? Apa yang namanya? Apa? Assignment. Descendo. Oh ya. Assignment udah kita selesain semua ya guys ya. Jadi yang pertama mungkin kita ke Madam Kogawa dulu. Slytherin nih bos. Kalau di Hogwarts itu nggak bisa yang swift, apa yang shred.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful.
Cerita
I trust you became more familiar with
kita
your broom through the process.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team.
Of
If
course I
Black
have
ever
spot.
permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work.
Gila, susah juga. Susah cuy. Glasses. Oke, coba pasang sini.
There you go.
Wow, OP banget cuy.
Powerful learning tool.
Levioso, Glacius, Incendio.
Oke, sangat OP. Kan next assignment, kita punya next assignment juga ya. Ke mana ya? Garlic lah, gue lebih suka ngeliat Profesor Garlic. Cantik betul itu Profesor. Cerita kita. Takkan kamu. Oh, ntar ada satu lagi. Collection, the challenge, exploration. Wih, kita dapat ini cuy. Apa? Dapat ini, dapat broom lagi, dapat sapu terbang. Mana? Anjir. Coba ya. Cerita kita kan. Bisa gua upgrade semua ini apa faktor bro. Lucio. Imperio. Arresta momento. Kor. Gue mau masih cash mastery dulu ya. Nyicil aja dulu. Dia kalau nggak salah ada tamannya ya sana. Jalan pintusnya juga ada kalau nggak salah. Oh, nggak ada ya, gue lupa. Ya, this is it, the Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Ah, sakit cuy. Dulu lah.
Revelio.
Udah enggak ada. Berantem mulu tuh, gue lewat berantem mulu anjir. Kasian banget, pada berantem mulu. Oh iya, mantap udah ini belum? Ya, kagak ready lagi mandreknya, kagak ada nanam. Kocak. Itu
Revelio.
itu ntar mungkin buat nanti kali ya. Buat apa namanya? Oh, ini ada tiket dua ya. Bentar. Gila, keren banget anjir. Cuman gue kurang suka kalau apa room kamar itu, gue room of requirement gue itu kalau jadi herbologi gue kurang suka. Cuman kan yang nggak suka, coba lihat muka ini siapa namanya, Profesor Garlic.
Wonderful to see you again.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear.
Oh,
You see,
orang.
my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels.
Ini coy orangnya
In his
ternyata.
last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot.
Okay.
Insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Okay.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you.
Adelaide.
He's very thorough in his record keeping. Notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
You're welcome, Adelaide. Mana si ini?
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm.
Of course,
Wingardium
Professor.
Leviosa requires a bit of
Wingardium
concentration and a nice,
Leviosa.
graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort. Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the green.
Gue sih sama bombarda doang nih, nggak ada nih.
I've set some crates out for you in the next floor.
Apa? The 3 unforgivable curse sama ini ya. Damage 1 kurang 1, ini kurang 2, ini terus xoxo. Jadi transfiguration, terus ini utility. Utility juga ya sebenarnya. Wingardium Leviosa.
Natural.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true.
Wow.
After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared. Really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine.
Fantastic Beasts ya.
Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage. So it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital,
parah ini
his
orang
indifference to
psikopat
plants
juga,
had turned to utter disdain.
Sayang
He lost what
cabbage
little
ini.
patience he had left with a
Apple.
particularly temperamental venomous tentacula, and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your Wigan trees.
Of course, Professor. Ini nanti aja anjir. What the fuck? Lu siapa gua gitu loh. Nanti aja. Di sendok lebih penting ya. Sendok lebih penting. Spell itu lebih penting daripada quest. Wih, gede. Salah pencet. Maaf. Oh ya, jadi tiga ini ya. Masih banyak banget. Gila. Apa tadi ya? Gue lupa. Oh.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Mana tadi terbang?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa. Oh ya, kalau kalian ini baju ini kan gua dapetin di off screen ya. Ini baju masuk dapetin 16 token house ya. Nah, ada di sekitaran Hogwarts ini ya. Dan lumayan tricky juga sebenarnya dapetin token house-nya. Karena lo harus belajar spell ala Mortar dulu buat mengakses sebagian kunci yang berada di ruangan terkunci itu loh. Kita masuk kelas ramal dulu ya. Aduh, malah turun bang. Kelas meramal.
So knowledgeable.
Revelio.
Trolls have no business in Hogwarts.
Hello again, Adelaide. Any word of your uncle?
Still nothing, I'm afraid. I'd be grateful for any help you could provide. As I mentioned, he'd planned to set up camp north of here.
Adelaide.
I rather enjoy Transfiguration myself.
I'll be unrivaled at the next
The
course.
precise nature of it, truly something to be admired.
Lu kenapa, Cok? Lah. Kenapa anjir?
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Ngene guys.
I hope those assignments were challenging.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now,
Okay,
as you
Professor.
have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
Dengar GB buat gua. Asip power.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills.
Nah, kita anak sultan
You
harus mencari
seem to
power,
possess
guys.
one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
Descendo.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy? Excellent. I think you have it.
Expelliarmus, Levioso, Accio, Incendio, Depulso, Accio, Descendo, Glacius.
You must trust and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Oh ya bentar. Ah lu gak asik lu. Kurang lu dari ngomong. Oke. Waktunya kita lanjut our main story. Mana dulu ya? Oh, yang di Hogwarts dulu lah ya. Kita nemuin apa? House elf-nya kita di Room of Requirement maksud gua. Apa sih tadi gua? Oh nih. Kalau nggak salah dia itu mau ngasih apa ya? Mau ngasih yang buat nangkep bis itu loh. Kalau nggak salah yo. Aku juga nggak tahu aku bang. Oh ini penting sih. Tarik. Aquarium tuh deket sih. Di itu dia di Astronomy Tower ya. Di sini saya bisa. Itu di gedung sebelah ya. Teneng teneng teneng. Just give me one. Aku for too long. All these things we do. Save my goodbyes, my face always with you now.
Italians and a historian's uniform. It was brilliant. If it isn't the treasure hunter. Still can't believe you found that old uniform. Well done.
Musik banget sih lu.
Really mastered that one, haven't you?
Ini siapa? Au.
If I could have a moment of your time.
Sebentar ya, ntar ya.
Sure, we make some time to study.
Gua harus ngecek sesuatu dulu nih. Poltergeist. Ngeselin juga tuh lama-lama anjing. Letters give me warm.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack.
Shit, man.
Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts.
Sama yang kayak dipakai siapa?
Pleasant little breeze.
Aduh, gue lupa lagi apa main karakternya MC-nya di Spec
PC.
Kalian tahu nggak? Siapa sih? Aduh, gue lupa.
So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Let's go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
House elf. Aduh, anjing. How
There was a
do I
dark time in
tell?
Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Oh my god, kasihan banget ya.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Okay. How do I? Oh. Hop.
Oh no, you don't.
Dapat satu.
You got one.
Berdua. Empat. Dapat 3.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Okay, Dick. I will go right now. How do I tell that I love you? Apaan tuh
I
anjir?
tell you this. I shall get that golden elf back. Hopefully from your coat.
Are you even trying?
The beasts are safer now.
Poacher. Poacher itu macam apa ya? Macam penangkap apa namanya? Semacam penangkap anjir. What the fuck is that?
Allow me to put you out of your misery. My skills are wasted doing this.
Petrificus totalus. Petrificus totalus. Hahaha, cuaks. Itu terbang gitu gimana ya? Aku udah mati coy. Saat itu lumayan moonstone-nya buat tadi realm of requirement.
Revelio.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobbernolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Okay.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment and they should return.
Okay.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deek's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deek. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deek will not say more. But Deek is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Semangat ya, Deek.
Then I shall go and rescue a job and all.
Good luck. Deek will be waiting.
Nivioso. Tar. Itu betul Nivioso nih.
Levioso. Professor Howell will never believe this.
Hehehe. Nangkap. Oke lah, cukup lah.
I rescued a Jobberknoll.
Deek hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deek knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deek will see you there.
Oke, Deek. Deek ya, kan. You know what I mean ya. Saya nggak bisa naik lagi ke sana ya, apa kayak ini. Ntar ada booklet.
Hello, Deek. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
Wow.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deek will be waiting for your return.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm.
Levioso.
Allows you to freeze objects or people in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
Ini lucu banget sih.
Mean you no harm.
Wah, ini lucu banget cuy. Gak bisa, ini harus banyak. Halo, Deek.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deek supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deek will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Oke, gua males lama jadi gua langsung TP aja. Kita pakai Blue Flame lebih tepatnya ke Room of Requirement. I can lift you up
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Sabar, oh jelek banget. Gak bisa ini.
Most excellent.
Oh. The fuck?
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them. Let them see their new home.
Gila.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well.
Very
I shall
well.
let you know when I have some.
Very well, Dik. Ih, lucu banget. Mau juga. Halo. Mam. Gila, vivariumnya gede banget juga. Oh, ini belum makan. Makan. Mamam, mamam, mamam. Lucu banget yang ini cuy. Sumpah deh. Thank you.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Dia kayak ini ya. Oh, ini gede banget. Di mana ya? Sini kali ya. Sana. Misalnya apa? Misalnya ini ya. Great. Kita taruh di misalnya ini. Searching.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Musli terendik. Macam-macam. Oh, ini cowok. Survive the night. All I need is survive the night. All I need is survive the night. Kita menemui Sebastian. Who is Sebastian? We will see. Sebastian. All I need is survive the night. Oh iya, Alohomora udah bisa belum ya di sini? Kalau nggak salah udah bisa deh. Bisa kan?
Alohomora. Revelio.
Apaan nih? Nomornya level 2 lagi. Keren juga guru ini ya.
Lumos.
Gak apa-apa. Artinya itu murid teladan guys ya. Jangan-jangan Hogwarts juga lah gua. Malas gua makan problem. Jam berapa ini ya? Jadi gedung mana sih ini? Tuh gedung bagian. survive the night. Apa itu? Terus jalan mana? Ini turun. Sulam sekalian, yang manis mimi coklat. Alin male. Wah, hipogrif guys. Oh, hilang anjing.
They don't seem to care for me. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
What's that?
Petrificus total! What shall you do now?
Revelio.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Revelio.
Apa nih maksudnya nih?
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Bah, gak paham gua. Ngomongin Bastian dulu ya. Aku udah mulai ngantuk ini anjir. Udah kan. Pelan anjing. All I need is a
Over here. I don't think you know who you're dealing with. Can't handle a little altercation. The move of a coward. To be defeated you will regret it. Won't get away with that.
Revelio.
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowingly and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Oh, ini rumahnya si Sebastian. Anna Slow. Anne.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you?
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
Kenapa sih lu?
We haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Keras banget ya pamannya ya.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Oke, jadi soalnya makin complicated ya. Sebastian ini anak.
Why will she not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Okay. Let's go, Sebastian.
All the debris you'll see is from
Kambing, cuk.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Okay, let's go.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
Expelliarmus, Leviosa, Accio.
I won't.
Embarrassing, isn't it?
Leviosa.
You've made your last mistake. This is almost too easy. Just keeping you on too slow.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
So easy, Sebastian.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Shit. The fuck is that, bro?
It sounds as if the Loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists. Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Revelio.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Repulsor.
A stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio.
I know it sounds strange, but
honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
A letter from a muggle claiming...
Oke guys, mungkin gua akhiri sampai sini aja dulu ya. Soalnya gua udah ngantuk ya. Thank you semuanya buat kalian yang nonton kali ini dari replay ya. Gua biasanya nge-live gak nentu ya. Thank you semuanya. Bye bye.